So hi guys and welcome back to another episode of my F1 Manager Creator Team Career Mode Season 6. And let's just see the inbox first of all. And so influence our team in I can cover the team. It's important for us as well to understand your place and intentions and to follow what you are doing to make improvements. So expecting better result. So they weren't happy with the fact. Obviously, if you haven't watched the last video, go and check it out. Because the board members weren't happy with the fact that we are a two-time Constructors champions in the Baku GP. Obviously, Kushmaini and Pierre Gasly did not have the pace in that race. Still, they were able to get P3 for Kushmaini just 2 seconds when we had a big gap of 8 to 9 seconds. We were able to still catch up to these guys. Pierre Gasly, who was fighting with Max Verstappen, who was way down the order, which created problems for him, but he still was able to get P4 there. But still the board members aren't happy with that, so I don't really care about it. It kind of pisses me off, obviously, but still that is okay. So look at that, we did amazing, obviously, and yeah, everything is good. And the chassis research is completed, so let's just go into the car parts development. And guys, this front wing, let's see what it can do. But right now let's go into, you know what, I really want to see something. And yeah, this is the problem, we aren't going to improve in anything. Let's see, suspension, even after if I put everything we have, we are not going to get anything good from it. So guys, I think the good thing and the sensible thing now will be to just try to get some good performance with the research for the next year. And obviously, if everything goes right, I might be going to another team, but that is something we have to worry about after this season ends. So let's do the suspension here, guys. We have 23 days for the front wing, and obviously chassis is completed. Let's just go for the race. But before that, let's just go into the cars, into the suspension, give it a new one. Let's swap out, and we have the new front wing, which, you know what, let's just give it to, what am I saying, Gasly. And that actually does improve a little bit of our performance. That honestly is annoying. So you know what, let's just emergency manufacture one of them, because if it can give us a little bit, even a little bit of performance, I will take it. And we have a new chassis, which, yeah, that even that doesn't improve anything. So let's just go and put in the new front wing. That actually improves some of our problems, which is good. So guys, that is crazy right now, but still we are doing good. So let's just do the race targets and let's just go into Singapore.
Our Formula One season continues here in the Republic of Singapore. Singapore's Marina Bay is a floodlit extravaganza for the senses and a true test for F1 drivers. Cars are just inches away from the walls on this tight street circuit, and even at night, the air thrums with heat.
Taking a look at the top of the Constructors standings, we've got a team that's starting to pull away. And as round 18 gets underway, there isn't much time left for teams to make progress.
Sit tight then for the rest of the action.
So we have rain for the qualifying. Let's just see. Obviously, let me fix the engine first of all. And we have the engines, and the rain is going to be for wets. So guys, let's just go into qualifying. And into the qualifying, 4.3 mm rain, which is more or less going to stick with us. So you know what, this time I am going to wait till the end. And guys, the rain has finally gone down, so let's send Miney out. And he is going out, and with a good amount of gap, let's send Gasly out now. And I think, yeah, more or less every one of these guys have done a lap. They are now coming into the pits. So Miney is going to get a good and clean lap here on those inters, and obviously the rain is stabilizing now, so I think this is the good time to do a lap. So let's see, green first sector, not even a purple one. Let's see the first sector for Gasly, a little bit slower, well, 2 turns slower than Miney and Charles Leclerc. So we did not even, well, we weren't even able to get a purple sector 1. That means, guys, the wets are still good. So let's see the second sector. Miney gets a purple and green for Gasly, good for him. Let's see, obviously the rain is stabilizing now, and it there is a little, very a little speck of increment, and we go 5 turns faster than Piastri. And let's see Gasly, he goes 2 turns faster than Piastri. So I think, guys, that should be good enough for us to get into Q2. And 1 minute remaining. Look at that. The rain is now increasing just a speck. It is increasing by, and that means none of these guys goes out on an inter, which in my opinion was a wrong choice. But guys, they can do whatever they want, but we are doing good. So let's just go into Q2. So into the Q2, let's first of all see the track details, and it means it's getting lighter at the end. The rain is getting lighter at the end, so we still want to have at least a banker, now, because obviously there is no way the track temps and the track conditions are going to rise. So let's just do our lap here with the first one on Miney, and Gasly also has started his lap. Miney now into turn 5, well, turn 4, turn 5 now. And we have a McLaren for Miney in front, who I don't think is on a lap. So let's see if he is able to get out of the way, well, the McLaren, and can Miney do a good lap. So 29.5 and a 29.7 for Pierre Gasly. So Miney has been able to get out of the way. Well, Miney was able to get a good track after the McLaren gets out of the way. And the second sector for Miney, 39.9, that is good. Let's see the second sector, 40.6 for Gasly. So that is slow. Russell though on a purple first sector, good for him. And let's keep an eye on Miney, race to the line with the purple sector. He goes P1 and Hadja 7 tenths behind him, and Gasly 1.2 seconds. That is too slow, guys. That is too slow. Where is Russell? Let me see. Yeah, Russell is there, and he has not completed his lap. Let's see where he goes. He goes P1.
Pretty competitive.
And look at that, guys. The rain at the end will be the lowest, so we have to wait for the perfect time to go out again. And wait, are these guys not going out? These guys are not going out. That means Gasly will be able to get into Q3 without any problem. So I'm not even sending mine out to waste another set of enters. Let's do it for Gasly. Purple sector 1, purple sector 2, and purple sector 3. He goes a second faster than Pierre Gasly, which means Charles Leclerc, who had a chance for Mercedes to get into Q3, was ruined because he did not went out for a run which should have put him into Q3 very easily. And into Q3, the rain looks like 1.45. So let's send both our drivers out as fast as we can, because the rain is decreasing actually. Nope, it is going to increase. So this is actually the most crucial time to do a lap, and we have made a mistake by sending both the drivers on a used set. So let's see how bad this lap is going to be. Obviously Singapore, I don't think will be a good track for us, considering our medium and our low speed cornering is really bad. So let's see the first sector for Miney, who is I think by far in front. Purple sector 128.8, that actually is a good sector. Gasly green 29.1. That is slow, guys, that is slow, and Sainz has taken that purple from Miney very quickly, because obviously he is really close to the Porsche in front. That actually might be ruining his lap rather than getting it good. And the second sector purple for Miney, 39.0, and a 39.5 for Gasly. Gasly is losing way too much time. So let's see Miney rounding out the last corner. Obviously we'll go
Currently
P1 there. but we have to see other people. Gasly, let's see what time he did. He did a 8 tenths lower time, and Piastri goes faster by 5 tenths. So let's see other people. Russell goes faster, so does Sainz, and Maloney, Tsunoda internally, and Sargent. Every one of these guys are faster than Pierre Gasly. And guys, I am sending Gasly out straight away, because if we can still get a lap in, that would be good. And it is on a new set of tires, but the rain has increased by 0.5 mm, so I highly doubt there will be a good lap. Yeah, that is not a good lap. So Gasly is going to start in P10, but Sainz, who has taken the shock pole of this race in Singapore, Piastri into P2, Lando Norris into P3, Koshmani P4. So guys, let's just go into the Singapore GP.
Welcome back, everyone. The final preparations are now being made as we head into the race.
The walls around Singapore force the cars close together, and even the best can waver in the tight spaces. Back in 2011, we saw Lewis Hamilton clip Felipe Massa as the two battled it out. There were certainly some words exchanged after that one, as I'm sure you recall.
Singapore's streets are a constant challenge for drivers, where one lapse in concentration can easily see them hit the wall. Downforce is the name of the game here, and teams will need to add as much as possible to gain an advantage. The time has almost come for our drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
So for the race, let's see medium. So we have soft, medium, softs. That obviously looks like a good strategy. So I have seen, guys, that we aren't really that fast, so we cannot take too much fuel out. So 2 laps I think should be fine, and there is always a high probability of getting a safety car in Singapore. So I think 2 laps lower should be fine. So guys, let's just go into the grid formation.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action. Time for Oscar Piastri to show what he can do.
They're in second place on the grid, but that could so easily change in the first few seconds after lights out.
But remember, anything can happen in Formula One. And this is it, the Singapore Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
So Sainz starting on pole with Piastri into P2, going side by side with each other, but Sainz takes it easy and into turn 2. Piastri going side by side, and around the outside goes Piastri. He has taken it. Mini into P4 has stayed there. Gasly into P10 has not been overtaken by anyone. Good for him, but Piastri goes for it, and he has overtaken Carlos Sainz for the lead. Carlos Sainz already started in P1, but now is in P2. Lando Norris P3, Mini P4. Well, I think we can still do something. Keep up with these guys. Obviously, Antonelli though is a little bit behind, and Gasly is just behind Sargent, who has lost DRS already. He has lost 1.5 seconds to the people in front, which means he is on mediums. Yeah, he is on mediums. And Gasly and Mini has used a little bit too much tire wear than these guys. So I think, guys, this means our tire wear is now catching up to us, and we are not able to get a good tire preservation, which is annoying us. But through goes Gasly. He has overtaken Sargent there, and he has caught up to the top 9. Well, the top 8. That is good for us. And Mini, well, he is behind Lando Norris, who has broken the DRS to the top 2, which is not good. But around the outside goes Mini, and he overtakes for P3. So should we push him? I don't think we should push him. Obviously, 2-stop strategy from here can work out. Obviously, if we go medium to hards, we could have done 1-stop strategy, but that doesn't matter to us. We are trying to fight for the win, not for some podiums. And guys, look at that, lap 7. Sainz has been overtaken by Mini, and it was on the back straight. Obviously, no DRS here. and Miney still was able to overtake him. And you know what? Let's see the tire problems we were facing, and our tires are a little bit worse than these guys. Let's see, 78% for Gasly, 78 for Miney, and through goes the inside. Miney has overtaken Oscar Piastri, still going side by side through him, but finally through the inside, Miney overtakes Piastri. Obviously, medium tires for Sainz, that's why he is a little slow. But our tires, look at that, 3% worse than Piastri, and well, Lando Norris has 5% better tire wear than us. So that can be a little bit problematic, but Gasly also has a little bit worse tire. So guys, we are under each other's, well, dirty air, but still our tires are actually looking alright. So I think guys, we are fine, and Piastri goes for it, and he has overtaken Miney for the lead, but still, I am not really worried. And guys, we have the first pit stop, and it is Lando Norris who had the best tire wear on the grid, is into the pits, and he has a problem, and that is a big stoppage. That is a big stoppage. I think that must be around 6 to 8 second pit stop time. That must have been horrendous. That must have felt horrendous for Lando Norris, who was looking amazingly. Guys, at the end of lap 18, we are going to be starting lap 19, optimal pit stop time for us. So we are going to wait for one more lap, and yeah, optimal pit stop time for Gasly too, but again I am waiting for a lap, and then we are going to push 100%. Obviously Gasly has lost a little bit time, but it doesn't matter. So let's push guys, let's push Miney for the in lap here, and keep an eye on Gasly. We can push him too. Obviously many of these guys have pit, but Piastri obviously has not pit from his soft tires, and we will get the DRS, and we have to overtake Piastri, but Miney cannot do it. That is not good. Let's go for Gasly. Let's pit him too. And obviously Gasly has a really amazing amount of cleaner air in front of him, so he can catch up to Antonelli. But the problem in Miney goes for it, and it into the Singapore sling where it used to be. Miney was able to Oscar Piastri, and now after overtaking we need to make a gap, but Piastri again will try to overtake. He is trying to overtake Miney there, but just a little bit far, but Sainz has overtaken him, takes that advantage, and Miney into the pits, Piastri too, and Gasly comes into the pits behind, that is Antonelli. So look at that guys, how much we have caught up to Antonelli, and 2.4 pit stop for Miney, and he comes out in front of Piastri, that is good. Gasly comes out behind Antonelli, that is also good. So let's stop pushing on the fuel guys, and let's push on the tires for one lap, and let's stop pushing on the fuel because we have to save the fuel. Let him use the battery, I think that should be good. Let's keep an eye on Miney, who is 9 seconds behind the top 7, but I think we will be fine. And guys, we have a red flag, that is Ocon and Duan into each other. Let's see the crash here if we can do it.
Now we're watching Esteban Ocon here. Oh, that'll be a costly crash as the car makes contact with the wall. Now their confidence will have taken a hit with that
is a crash and a half, and obviously a new angle to see that crash. Obviously helicopter cam doesn't really do justice to this kind of crash, and 5% chance of rain, but right now there isn't any rain. So guys, obviously we cannot go till the end on softs, and hard tires, yeah, that will barely go the distance for us at least. So let's go on to another set of soft tires. Finally, the soft tires we saved for so long, well, the medium tires we saved for so long is going to be used.
It's time to pick up where we left off as the race restarts. It's lights out and away we go.
So Haja getting the best luck out of everyone, starting from pole there, and Piastri trying to overtake him. Look at that, still going side by side with him, and Piastri is out of the track. It doesn't matter because he still is in P2, but Piastri has taken the P1 from him. Let's see from another angle, and Haja is not keeping up, and he is going for that win. That did not work. Gasly though fighting with Lando Norris still in the Red Bull Ford there, and still going side by side with him, but Gasly is not someone who could go like this, and through the inside goes on Maloney. Sargent is now into P6, and Maloney comes back. That was a big dive through the hairpin, big dive for him, but still we have taken the P5, and let's see the tire wear hard for Piastri, Hadja, and Tonelli goes on to the softs. I highly doubt, guys, that these guys can go till the end on these tires. I mean, you can go on medium running, but I still am okay with this type of work. Let's stop pushing on the tires, guys, already, because let's just save it and we will push for it so that we can make a gap afterwards. But Gasly, though, not waiting for anyone. He has already overtaken Carlos Sainz. He can, well, Mine can save it, but he is fighting with Hadja, and he has overtaken Hadja, and Mine is now into P2. He does not get the DRS on this lap, but he is going to get it, I think now. Yeah, this is not a DRS straight, but we have caught up to Piastri. That should be good for us. Let's keep an eye on Gasly, who is now into P5 behind Antonelli. Not pushing him now, just saving everything, and that should be good. Fastest lap goes to Piastri, and guys, we have a crash, and we have stretched that gap to these guys by 8 seconds. Let's see that crash for Yuki Tsunoda, who was behind Lando Norris trying to go for an overtake. He just locks up and went straight into the wall of turn 5. So now the problem for us, guys, is that we have made a big gap to the people behind, but our tires is, as we are losing the grip, as equal to the soft tires of the Haas. So we can't really do anything. We can go as long as we can on these tires. I think lap 48, 49 will be the best time for us to pit. Then we will think what to do after that. And guys, we have a red flag. That is the biggest help for us. Everyone will be on soft tires, though our soft tires go very quickly, and that was Alexander Albon.
Clearly unable to take evasive action.
And that was his back end just kicking out, and both the Andrettis had to stop. A Mercedes and his teammate Charles Leclerc had to stop, and then the Red Bull of Daniel Ricciardo. So that was big problem for him. So guys, let's just go on to the new set of soft tires for us, and this should be good.
Not for the first time today, the drivers are lined up, awaiting the lights. And it's lights out, and away we go.
So Piastri starting from pole here, we can go till the end if we maintain these tires. Obviously our tires are a little bit worse, so let's try to push as much as we can. Sainz, though, has overtaken Gasly, but we can push him for at least a lap or two to make up for that, and he has already done that for turn 5. He has already overtaken Sainz. Mine, though, has been overtaken by Antonelli. So I think, guys, we can look at that. Our tires already 98% worn. That is not something we want, so let's go aggressive on the tires already. Hell, let's go standard for both the drivers, because even if we lose a little bit time right now, it will pay dividends at the end. Well, it should pay some dividends at the end, and I'm not joking to you guys. If we finish here right now where we are, I will be happy with that, because as bad of a race we have had Singapore, even in the last season we didn't even score for the points, and here goes Mine, who has overtaken Piastri. Let's stop pushing on the ERS, guys, because we have caught up to these guys. That should be good enough. And guys, 10 laps to go. Look at that. We are in a prime position to get at least a podium here. I am not trying to get the win. I am just trying to get something good here, because look at the tire difference. 63 for Gasly and 65 for Mine. Even though, well, both these drivers are trying to save their tires, let's go a little bit saving on Gasly's tire wear and their tires. Look at that, 4% better than ours. Annoyingly enough, we can't really do anything about it. So let's try to save as much tire wear as we can for Gasly while not losing the DRS. That should be the goal for us right now. And guys, safety car. No. What the worst possible time for us to get a safety car. We cannot even pit now. Let's see, it was Charles Leclerc, the other Mercedes, into the last corner. Just I can definitely understand his frustration with well, with a little bit of fault of his own too, Mercedes Charles Leclerc went straight into the wall. And guys, the final lap is starting. You know what that means, that there will be no racing going from now. So we have scored P2 for us. Though I think we could have won the race, but yeah, that is what we get now. Cannot do anything. Obviously, you cannot overtake anyone before the safety car line. So yeah, Piastri is going to start the, well, even the safety car has not stopped. So we are not, the safety car now goes in, but it doesn't matter guys, because race to the line, Piastri has won it, and he has won it with a little bit sadness. Obviously, he was always the best driver to win this race, and he deserved this fully in my opinion. And Miney did amazing, got P2.
Karun, what a brilliant drive we just witnessed there.
What a fantastic result for the team who got everything right for this podium. They deserve nothing less.
Oh, that's a wonderful scene. The team getting their first chance to congratulate their driver on a job well done.
It's a little bittersweet, I think, guys. Obviously, we had a little bit worse tire preservation than these guys, but obviously we still had the pace to compete for the win. But I cannot be, well, angry about the result, because Pierre Gasly still got P5. I would have been happy with P4 though, but obviously losing one position isn't really going to matter, because we have already won the constructor. But good for Oscar Piastri on winning his, I think this is the fourth race he has won. Piastri though has only won one race but has 10 podiums, and race wins for Miney is 8 and podiums is 14. That is a crazy stat. But look at the well, consistency of both Pierre Gasly and Oscar Piastri. They have done amazing. Obviously, we have won the constructor, nothing to do about it. So guys, if you are enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.